few things that any aspiring filmmakers like yourself could do, or anyone who's watching this, is be a leader. That's the first thing you need to do. Is if you ever want to make a feature film, you gotta be a leader. And if you don't want to be a leader, don't make a feature film. You're not gonna do well. Like, it takes a lot of guts and balls to do it. So get some balls and fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it! What did I learn from this feature film? Is I, as a filmmaker, should have been making short films. Short films give you a basis of what you can do and how to make a film. So it gives you an idea of like where to go, or maybe like where you can take a certain idea to and then go from there. Whether it could be a feature or it couldn't. I've talked to a few other filmmakers as well, and one of the other things was to shoot a feature or to not shoot a feature. I think you should make short films regardless of the fact, but if you're thinking of an idea or the perfect idea for like a $10,000 to $20,000 movie, I think you should just go ahead to do whatever you can, because then you're gonna realize, I can do this, I can do this, I can't do that, and then you just see like where you fit in, where you fit as like a filmmaker, because I'm not good at everything. I know my brother's not good at everything. There's certain things that people are going to be better at and you're going to be better at than them. And that's just how the world works, right? Allowing you to make a feature film will teach you how hard it is. It's like you get kicked off the horse every time, but you keep getting back up on that horse. And, you know, that's sort of like analogy of it. Making feature films is going to kick you off that horse really goddamn hard. And I think you'll even get to a point where you may or may not want to make movies anymore, because I think that's where people come to a point where they don't have enough funding, or they just give up on the passion entirely. And that's the thing, is like to not give up and quit. You gotta keep going and keep going and keep going. Like, don't stop. This is it. This is all you got. This is why so many people give up on their dreams, right? Is they give up on the things even when they're like, they might be so close to getting there. And they just, nah. I'll just go work that 9-to-5 job and live my life like day by day, Groundhog Day, same thing, same shit, different day, you know? That's about it. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to do something where I could go and pursue something. One other note as well is short films will only get you so far, and if they do get you far, you might have won the lottery ticket. You know, if you got a great short film idea, it may or may not click with everybody else. Like, some of the dumbest things I've seen got views and stuff on YouTube. So it really depends where you are and where you submit that short film or whatever, but I really do suggest to make short films for sure, because that's the only way to really start off. See if you even like it, and if you don't, then don't do it. But regardless of the fact, you need a screenplay initially. That's the biggest thing. If you don't have a screenplay, you may or may not make a movie. You could always like make it up as you go, but that might be even worse. That might be like the diarrhea in the fucking toilet, because that makes no goddamn sense. But if you have money, you might be able to pull that off. But I wouldn't recommend that, in my opinion. This one thing, not everyone can do this. It's gonna be tough regardless of the fact. People will lie, people will tell you bullshit, and more or less half the time your script probably isn't as good as you think it is, and by the time you start shooting it, you're probably gonna have to rewrite it anyway. So be prepared for that. If you write the script, start the rewrites. Like, you might as well just, when you show up to set or whatever, just, you know, have your notes ready and be like, yeah, I'm getting ready to rewrite this, because you might have to rewrite the whole goddamn thing because someone might not show up at all. So if you're gonna make a feature film, have at least 80 pages to 90 pages in the script. It'll give you some room, essentially, especially if you want to shoot like a really low budget movie. Don't make a 70-page movie. It might not be 70 minutes long. 70 pages doesn't get you 70 minutes. 1 page per minute isn't always accurate at all. Another thing I'd like to add is that you don't need to go to film school. I don't think you need to. I would suggest, if you have the money for film school, go and make a feature film, or at least go make a short film. Then you'll actually go see if you actually like it. YouTube is an endless source of knowledge. There are lots of books out there about filmmaking, but the true way to only learn is to actually go and do it. So that's what I would suggest. Don't spend 100 grand or whatever on film school, 50, 20 grand, whatever it is, 10 grand, doesn't matter. Don't spend it on that. Go and make a feature film for 5 grand, 10 grand, who knows. You'll get more knowledge out of that than you would sitting in a goddamn classroom listening to fucking idiots teach their bullshit instead of actually going out there and doing it. That's what I would say. And I think that's the ultimate thing is to truly go from that. Is go out there, go make the damn film. Go make it. Go and do it. Just fucking do it.
Just do it!
That's the key. That's the thing that's missing. Have some love for what you want to do and have some passion behind it and love it, because that's what's going to make it amazing. Or dog shit, you know, for all I know, it's going to be fucking dog shit. It might be dog shit. But then at least you can learn from the dog shit. I think there's also the fact of when you're making a feature that your first film is not going to be good. That's how you gotta look at it. It's not going to be good. And if it's good and it blows up like Skinamarink or whatever, you know, that's fucking awesome. It's not going to happen to everybody. That's just the way it works. It did not happen with me, and I'm thankful it didn't happen to me, because I wouldn't have learned all those little aspects of growing and becoming better and crafting the craft and learning more and more and more. That's the key, is learning. If you ain't making mistakes, you ain't learning. So make a ton of mistakes and you'll learn from those. I think this is the crucial growth of being a filmmaker, is you have to make something bad. You just have to. And I think that's the key, is make something bad and then take that bad thing and just improve upon it, of what you could do better, what you could improve on yourself, or find out what you're good at and what you aren't good at, and kind of go from there. One thing I've also realized is there's 3 types of filmmakers. There's the ones that quit. They just quit because they don't believe in themselves that they can do it. There's the ones that don't learn from their mistakes. Those are no good, because those are the types of people that would just make bad films for the sake of making bad films, and they won't really learn from their mistakes. They'll just make films like Sharknado continuously. Even though Sharknado did well and stuff, I think they'll just continue to make those kinds of movies, because if you like making shit for the sake of making shit, by all means, do it. I don't care. Whatever. It is the way it is, so. And then there's the ones that learn from making their mistakes. And those are people like me. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. My brother's gonna learn from his mistakes. And that's just how it's gonna be. So I think we should always be striving to improve anyway, regardless of the fact. In the end, it is a business, but if you're first starting out, you gotta learn the basics. You gotta go out there and make that feature film and just do it.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Stop looking at the script. Oh, is this a good idea? I don't know. No, just go out there and shoot the goddamn movie. Like that's the one thing that stops us from pursuing anything, is we think about it too much. Just go out there and do it. Make all the goddamn mistakes. You're not going to be perfect. It's not going to be amazing. Just have no expectations. That's what I'm getting at. Don't have any fucking expectations, because if you have any expectations, it's just going to probably get worse and worse and worse and worse. So don't have any expectations. Go out there, have some goddamn fun, have some passion for it, love it, love what you're doing. If it's bad, it's bad. Whatever. Move on. There's always another feature you could make. There's always another short film you could make. But just don't make a movie like Within Circles, because this is the pinnacle of fucking dog shit. Like, comment, and subscribe for the best filmmakers ever!
Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!